First, September 11th, then yesterday's plane crash, leaving New Yorkers reeling once again. Paul McCartney was sitting on a New York runway September 11th, and yesterday, at an eerie similarity, Paul was there again. He recounts his plane experience in part 2 of our interview. McCartney and fiancée Heather Mills landed at JFK aboard a Concorde jet just moments after yesterday's crash. And out of the plane's window, they could see the plume of smoke. Ironically, they were also at JFK on September 11th, on a plane ready to take off when the terrorist attacks occurred.
The pilot said there's been a terrible accident in New York, and those of you on the right-hand side of the airplane will be able to see it.
After the attacks, Paul wrote the song Freedom, which was part of the reason he flew to New York yesterday. He came to promote the benefit single and the album on which it appears, Driving Rain, his first CD of new material since the 1998 death of his wife, Linda, and recent engagement to Heather.
We go from Heather to Linda in this CD. Tell me about that process. It's probably easy for you because you're in love with both of these women.
Yeah. When Linda died, I couldn't really write any songs or anything. I wanted to as a kind of therapy, but I found I couldn't really. But when I could, I found that the kind of thing I wanted to write was about the good stuff, about the positive, rather than, oh, I missed you, and, you know, which I was feeling.
So he wrote a song, Magic, about the night they met in the London nightclub in 1968.
If I hadn't stopped you, I'd always regret.
There's also an ode to his new love called Heather, who at 33 was just 2 when the Beatles split in 1970.
One morning, I was playing at a piano. And I was just playing. The thing about Heather is she doesn't actually know that much about the Beatles' history. She had a quite strange upbringing, really, and she brought it with classical music. She knows ELO.
Right.
Great.
How many Beatles songs do you think she knows?
She doesn't actually know that many Beatles songs. She knows 1 or 2. So she assumed that this thing I was playing was one of them. She said, which one's that? I said, no, I'm just making this up. She said, you're making it up? So we found a little dictaphone and stuck it down, a little demo. And then she said a couple of days later, she said, what's it called? I said, Heather.